Welcome back, traders. Hope you shook off any weekend rust without sweating the shutdown sideshow too much, as markets just kept methodically stacking gains today after yesterday's record romp. IWM's close near highs has that small cap spark flickering brighter, but with non-farm payroll looming tomorrow, we're one data drop away from either confirmation or chaos. You're watching the Stock Market Summary Series. We're going to get into what we're seeing in the charts, and as always, just remember that none of this is buying or selling advice or financial advice of any kind. And hey, if you're liking these videos, do us a solid and give us a like. We'd really appreciate it. All right, with that said, let's get into it.
Yeah, definitely. It really felt like the technicals took charge today. Almost like a quiet affirmation of the bull's grip. You know, the market kind of just shrugged off that DC drama, showed some real resilience. And what was interesting, I thought, was how the money flowed right into the stocks, showing that technical strength, sort of avoiding the sectors with those macro clouds hanging over them.
Right. Let's look at the actual movement then. The benchmarks, pretty solid. SPY edged up, plus 0.12%?
Yeah, just a tick up.
QQQ led the way, plus 0.41%. Tech still getting that bid.
Yep, technology continues.
And DIA, plus 0.18%. But the real story, I think, telling us about risk appetite was IWM.
Absolutely. The Russell 2000.
Up a solid plus 0.63%. And crucially, it bounced perfectly off that 20-day moving average we mentioned last week.
Exactly, right off that level we highlighted.
And closed right near its high of the day. That's a strong finish.
That IWM bounce is really key. And if you connect that to the bigger picture, you see that clear sector divergence we talked about yesterday.
Yay.
Technology, so XLK was strong, up plus 0.54%. But then look at energy, XLE, dragging anchors down 1%.
Oof.
Yeah, and that witness in XLE, that's that fake out we flagged playing out, pretty much exactly scripted. The market's digesting that lack of follow-through.
Okay, let's unpack the charts a bit more, because we had a real beauty today. Really shows why spotting these patterns matters.
Which one are you thinking of? USA Rare Earth, the breakout beast of the session.
Ah, yes. Big one.
It finally cracked that massive ascending triangle setup we've been watching.
Been coiling for a while.
And it didn't just break it, it did it on monster volume.
Yeah, that's textbook, isn't it? You see that buyer accumulation, the higher lows pushing up against that flat resistance, sellers getting exhausted.
Right.
And then, boom, the capitulation. That volume confirmation is just the green light. You know, spotting the pattern is one thing.
But trading it is another.
Exactly. It's about the risk calibration, sizing it right. That's the kind of edge we really drill down on in the Grok Trade Mentorship program, teaching traders how to actually execute these live. And there's definitely more where that came from.
Absolutely essential stuff. And hey, for anyone looking for prime educational viewing right now, we're keeping Wayfair, ticker W, on the watch list.
Still consolidate. Yeah, consolidating really nicely in a textbook bull flag.
Yeah.
Right after that strong run. So we're just watching to see if that energy is going to unleash. And as always, guys, if you've got a stock you're watching or a question about the markets, drop it in the comments. We might cover it in an upcoming episode. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video and appreciate these market summaries, do us a big favor and hit that like button. It's totally free and helps us out in a big way. And click subscribe, too, so you don't miss a beat. You can always unsubscribe later.
Okay, so shifting gears a bit, macro catalysts. News was pretty light today, right?
Yeah, very quiet.
Which is kind of why the technicals really dominated the session. But all eyes are now glued to tomorrow.
Big data dump.
The critical triple whammy. Non-farm payrolls, the unemployment rate, and the ISM services PMI. Huge.
So this is the real test for this recent momentum.
Definitely. A strong NFP could fuel things, confirm that economic health needed for that IWM rally to keep going.
Yeah.
But a weak print
could expose some cracks.
Exactly. Especially if it shifts rate expectations around. Big implications.
Okay, while we wait for that, let's talk crypto. Kept the pedal down today.
Oh, yeah. Bitcoin rocketed another, plus 1.75%.
Yeah. Getting ever closer to that all-time high.
So close.
We're kind of viewing this buildup as that pent-up bull flag energy, just coiled up, preparing to unleash if that weekly close confirms the structure. Huge psychological level.
Meanwhile, the metals, they cooled off a bit after that big run.
A little pullback.
Yeah, gold down about 0.35%, silver 0.89%. But honestly, this looks like a healthy pullback.
Right, lets it breathe a bit.
Exactly. Slows the momentum just enough so it doesn't get way overextended.
Okay.
Keeps that strategic safe haven bid intact for when volatility eventually kicks back in. So just to kind of wrap it up, today felt like a methodical climb, right? capped by that IWM high close Ts and Bitcoin flirting with its all-time high. It was a subtle flex, really. Technical resilience winning out over the political noise and understanding that chart geometry like that USR triangle or the sector rotation.
That's how you build market instincts.
Precisely. And that's the core focus of our mentorship. We even do one-on-one coaching until you recoup that initial investment, really accelerate that learning curve.
Nice. All right, folks, hit the comments with your read on Wayfair's bull flag, is it going to break? Or your thoughts on tomorrow's jobs print potential. We'll dive deeper as the week's pulse quickens. We'll catch you in tomorrow's market summary. Have a great rest of the day, everyone.